Hey guys, Julian here with an Anime Aside video for you guys today. I know COVID has been a thing for the past couple of years, so many of us actually haven't been able to go to anime conventions. But there are those that got into anime and discovered it during COVID. So I wanted to explain the relationship between anime and convention in today's Anime Aside. Now, the reason why I wanted to talk about this was, like I had said earlier, that a lot of people discovered anime during COVID because these shows were actually the easiest to produce, right? No live action had to be covered, you didn't have to get the cast and crew to be in close proximity to one another, and they could actually work from home to develop it. So there are probably quite a few anime fans out there that don't even know what an anime convention is. So I wanted to explain to them today what their relationship is, and maybe teach veterans a thing or two about what they may have not known about anime conventions. So, anime conventions are not particularly usually lasered in on one particular anime. There are some conventions like that, but most Western conventions usually are about the broad topic of anime, and you can do multiple different things there. For example, you can get anime merchandise. This is a great place to pick up rare items at garage sales or from vendors in the area that come from out of town to specifically sell at these anime conventions. You can get such items like DVDs, mangas, figures, and cosplay supplies, as well as get your rare or non-rare card games as well. They are a great place for this. Actually, I've used this place so many times to go to anime conventions just to pick up rare DVDs because I don't like paying for shipping. And sometimes, even on sellers' websites, they don't actually list all of their merchandise. Or sometimes I've never even heard of some of these vendors. So you can find merchandise that you didn't expect, right? And sometimes some of these vendors even actually carry overseas Japanese merchandise, which you can then get here at a fairly decent price. And you don't have to pay for the markups, you don't have to pay for shipping, you don't have to pay for all of that, which is great, in my opinion, honestly. Another piece of merchandise you can get are artists' work. There are tons of originally drawn anime work from fan artists of your favorite animes. And if there isn't, if you really did like a very obscure anime, I'm sure some of the artists there sometimes will actually be willing to draw you that at obviously a commission and draw it to you right in front of you too. And sometimes the artists are really, really nice people. They'll even autograph their work for you. So don't be afraid to go up and talk to them and obviously buy some of their work. You might actually enjoy it and you can then post to your wall and go to your fullest of weeb. I don't care if you do that or not. I don't actually prefer using that term. If that is something you want to do and you want to poster your entire wall with anime posters, by all means. And like I said, you can then also get official posters from there or fan-drawn artists. By all means, either one is perfectly good. But do keep this in mind. You can bargain sometimes depending on the seller or vendor. Now, I prefer going in with cash. Obviously, some vendors do actually pay by card now that we're getting more into the modern age. But I think the safest bet is to always deal in cash. So be sure to bring plenty of cash ahead of time. Don't try to use the ATMs there. They'll charge you a fee. I don't like paying fees myself. So I like to bring a plentiful amount of cash ahead of time, and that way I know I keep a budget. It is very easy to overspend at these things. And also, shop around first. There are multiple vendors out there. Some vendors actually carry some of the same merchandise, and they will sell it at completely different prices. So be sure to shop around beforehand before buying something impulsively. I've done that. I've impulsively bought a PS2 at my very first convention under 10 minutes. Yes, that is my personal story I'm gonna throw in there. Do I regret it? No, I mean, at the end of the day, I got my first PS2. I was super happy. But if I had shopped around a bit, I probably could have found it at a different price, got a bundle with it. Like again, you can bargain with some of the sellers and some of them are really nice. And some will give you a deal or a discount if you're buying in bulk. So be sure to talk with them. And again, don't be too pushy. Be respectful. Don't be rude. And pick up some cool anime merchandise. Alright, another huge part of anime conventions are the cosplayers. Now, you can be either. You can actually cosplay, you can be a photographer, or you can just enjoy the sights. Now, big thing that, again, just because you go to an anime convention, you don't actually have to cosplay. It is completely optional, but some people love to do it, and obviously you're not going to be judged for it. Now, if you want to cosplay a mixed gender person, do you want to cosplay someone of the opposite gender, it is perfectly fine. You're not going to be ridiculed. But I do ask that everyone please be respectful. Do not make any of the cosplayers uncomfortable, do not touch them, please always ask for permission. And out of courtesy, being at an anime convention, you are going to be photographed, intentionally or unintentionally, if you're cosplaying or if you're not cosplaying. Because cosplayers are around everywhere, people are always taking photos on this premises, please understand that you will be photographed. So, when you do go to an anime convention, understand that is a risk. So if you are actually completely against getting photographed, but understand that that's something that might not be avoidable. Again, some cons actually have no photograph zones, and they try to enforce them, especially when they are restricting traffic in certain areas. So understand as well that you should not take photos in high traffic areas, i.e. if you're in the vendors area. Please try not to take photos of cosplayers there, because there are tons of people always walking up and down the aisles. As well, the cosplayers are also trying to shop as well. Wait until you find a designated cosplay zone, or ask the cosplayer if they would be willing to come out of the vendor or high traffic area and take a photo out in a more open space. But again, enjoy it. You will see cosplayers of all sorts of animes and in some of your favorites, so be sure to ask them if you want to take a photo, and some you can even take a photo with. So by all means, enjoy the entire immersive experience. As well, some anime conventions, not all, but some of them, do include panels, so please try to attend some of them. These panels usually are about a discussion of an anime, a video game, so there are a wide range of topics. Some are even about the voice actors or people in the industry. There are tons of cool panels out there, as well as main events such as game shows, meet the voice actors or singers, concerts, all types of panels. Now, if that is your sort of thing, by all means attend, but please be careful. Some panels do run in parallel with one another. They usually have multiple rooms, so plan out your con experience properly. Make sure that if you are wanting to go to some of these panels, make sure that they don't conflict with one another and are in relative areas. Sometimes these cons span multiple buildings, multiple hotels, so it is hard to get from one place to another. So keep that in mind when planning to go to panels, and make sure you have adequate amount of time to get from point A to point B to make sure you are not missing it. Again, there's no big deal, I think, personally, as long as you enter in the rooms quietly while a panel is in session. But again, remember, please be respectful to the presentators or voice actors up on stage. Now, at some conventions as well, they have viewings where they actually premiere or just have anime running in the background, so you can drop in and watch an anime with your friends or with other fans. Now, this is great if they are showing some animes that you've never seen before, or something that you really wanted to see, you can go and do that. I know some cons down here in Canada actually ended up premiering an entire anime film at a convention before, as well as some other ones just run them at night, so it gives people something to do, because panels don't typically run all day, you know, people get tired. So when those panels are done, they usually convert sometimes these rooms to anime watching rooms, where you can, again, like I said, watch films, series, or other types of anime. And it's a great way to get acquainted with other types of anime. Or it's a great place to just relax, you know, kick back, maybe catch a few Z's. Sometimes these conventions do span multiple days, so plan your time out accordingly. Make sure you have adequate amount of energy, and be sure, alright, some big key hints. Plan out your foods. Be sure to eat and drink lots of water. It does get quite hot sometimes during these, and you're inside some buildings, so sometimes they're not well air conditioned. So make sure you stay hydrated, eat so you don't faint. Make sure you actually do plan out what you intend on doing. If you're going for multiple days, make sure you have accommodations. And I get it, due to COVID and whatnot, Now, there might still be some vaccination requirements as well as masks, but at the end of the day, it's one heck of an experience. And if you're an anime fan, I highly, highly recommend checking out an anime convention because they are tons of fun. And I want to know, what are some of your experiences at an anime convention? Have you been to one? Are there some running in your areas? Let me know down in the comments below. Well, I hope this helps give you a sneak peek into a physical anime convention for those that haven't actually been to one. And if you do want a full con survival guide, let me know down in the comments below. Well, this wraps up this Anime Aside video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Take care now. So if you want to see more convention and cosplay videos, be sure to check out AniCa Cosplay Studios' YouTube channel for some more content on that. There will be more videos in the future now that conventions have opened up. I can't wait. We have a lot of content coming up this summer, so you should get subscribed to this channel as well as that channel to not miss any of it.